Hello everyone and welcome back to Idle Zeros. I wasn't planning on making a video today, but I was doing some more PvP testing and it looks like we have to make a video today because this is my SAHY account, which has about 4 or 5 times less power. So 20 to 25% of the power that the team I'm going up against, my main, the LFA account. And we win in PvP, or at least we won this time. But so what I need to do today is I need to show you how my team works, and I also need to show you a bit of counter synergy that actually exists within my team that we can cover. So LFA, of course, just bursts everybody round one. I don't have a chance to outspeed him yet because he runs Rui, and his house is way more established than my home's. So that's to be expected there. But so I'm expecting to get flattened most of the time. But so basically what happens is Aspen kills round one, then Holmes gets his active, does his poisoning, and the Ignis dies and feeds an active to regular Holmes Young, so maybe he can get some dubs, which he does, because he is Rui on. And then sometimes Annabelle will get an active skill off. And that means she is supposed to put a puppet on somebody. And sometimes that actually doesn't work out for a reason that I will show you whenever it actually happens. So we go through again. We'll speed this up a little bit now that we know what's happening. Holmes puts Perceptual Disorder on, both when allies die and whenever he gets an active off. So Annabelle, you see there, she got her active off, but nobody has a puppet. Why is that? That's because there is some counter synergy that exists between Star Alchemist Holmes Young and Annabelle. So if we come over to their skills, or Annabelle's rather, deals 400% of attack damage to front row enemies, reduces their crit by 30%, and inflicts Magic Puppet Spell 3 to one random back row enemy for 3 rounds. We did not get a puppet there because I don't think that this Magic Puppet spell can stack with Perceptual Disorder, and vice versa. We'll mess around with my Aspen account so that we can sort of manipulate whoever's skill gets off first. But what I think happens is that whichever skill triggers first, the other one can't be applied until the first skill that lands is expired, which really sucks because it ruins some of the control that I had over, well, that I was planning to have over my opponents. But so we'll try again, and we got really lucky that one time with the one victory with the screen that you saw in the very beginning, and I'm not entirely sure the cascade of events that led that to happen because I can't seem to replicate it. But it's at least possible in the most ideal world. Now, the Magic Puppet spell did show up that time because it didn't land on an enemy that had Perceptual Disorder. It landed on the Rogan instead. And then we just lose. Okay, so what I'm going to try now is I am going to put a basic on Star Alchemist. And I'm just going to keep the active on Annabelle. And I'm going to update the defensive lineup on my main so that it is only Aspen. That way we can showcase what happens when one skill goes off and the other one doesn't. So where is he? Okay, here we go. So basically all we need is for Aspen not to get a kill here. And then Annabelle will get her ability off. Inflict the spell. And now you see we have a guaranteed chance to get Perceptual Disorder here if we read Holmes Young's skills. And he's going to launch it, 100% chance, and then it just never gets applied. And so that's the counter synergy that we have. And so now I'll show vice versa. We need Star Alchemist to apply Perceptual Disorder, and we need Annabelle to get an active off in round 2. So we'll put on Antler's Cane here, and then we'll do the same thing. It actually might not work out. Yeah, it's not going to work out. Okay, so, how can I test this? I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, so basically, it just doesn't look like the abilities can stack. I know exactly how to do it, actually. We'll give Annabelle a round 1 active. Holmes will have his core on. And then we'll just put one person in the back line. So that Aspen will get a kill. It'll trigger the core. And then we will see what happens. Okay, so what's going to happen here is Aspen's going to kill Azrael. And then since it doesn't have a 100% chance, we obviously need to wait for it to trigger. So maybe we'll trigger it this time. Please. Eventually we will do it. Maybe we don't even have the core active. Maybe that's our problem. No, we have it. Okay. So we basically just need to get lucky with it triggering. Okay, so we're going to manipulate the RNG real quick by adding everybody into the back line, and Aspen's going to kill every single one of them. So there we go. Let's try this. There we go. We got Perceptual Disorder. And now Annabelle's going to get her active off. And then the spell doesn't go onto the Aspen. And he gets his active off too, so it's definitely not a visual glitch. It's just that the puppet does not stack. So this is what is currently making me depressed. Because I had to build Annabelle either way. And I was like, well, wait a minute, this could be super cool. Because, look, if we have this, and then enemies can't get their active off, that's even more control. So even whenever Perceptual Disorder wears off, we'll still have the ability that keeps an active from going off. But that doesn't seem to be the case. It just seems to be a humongous disappointment to me. And, I think we're still going to keep Annabelle on the team because there's a chance that the spell goes on somebody else. But it's just a little bit sad that this had to happen. I've updated my team again so that maybe we can potentially get a win. But we're going to go back to our other team now. We're going to go Waldeck. We're going to go Holmes Young. And then we're going to go Ignis. And we're going to see what we can make happen. Because I would love for whatever set of events happened that led us to get a victory to happen again so that I can get that on footage. But to be honest, it might have been like a 1 in 100 chance. And I don't want to make you guys sit through a trillion different attempts here. Nobody wants to do that. Oh, we did it. I don't believe it. We did it. That only took if we count all of them, it only took a handful. All right. Oh man. Oh, this is a pleasure. This is really fun. So we have 20, we have 20 million CCL. That account has 106 million CCL, and we can win sometimes because Holmes Young is busted. So I'm having fun, and even though the synergy is not as good and doesn't exist between Annabelle and Holmes Young, we still pull out victories sometimes, and I'm still going to keep her in the team because there's an off chance that we get lucky. So thank you all for watching. That's just a little bit of an update. I think the next video will probably be about Easter when that comes, because as you know, I have a bunch of starry that I plan to spend on that event, and we're going to try to get another core, and we're going to try to get enough sublimation for fully sublimed Star Alchemist passive 3 so that we can have him all the way upgraded and we can see what he can really do. But until then, thank you for coming around. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Have a good one.